Good morning, beautiful. Welcome back. I'm going to share with you how I ironed my bedding and also how I put my duvet cover onto my comforter.
Tough and they're really rough and nothing's working, but there's something inside of you that says, I just have to fold.
Into a spray bottle, add lukewarm water and add in some essential oils. I'm using this Italian linen that I picked up from Hobby Lobby a few months ago. I try to use lukewarm water to take all the wrinkles away from the bedding and especially from my decorative duvet cover. I choose to put the essential oils into the spray bottle because I don't want my iron or my steamer to get dirty from the bottom parts. You can also add into these containers, but again, I don't want my steamer or the iron to get dirty. I will be using a steam fast that I purchased at Walmart and also a Shark Professional 1800 watts and also adding water into their containers. It is best to use an ironing board, but if you don't have one, make sure to use a white flat surface and also using a dry bath towel. In this case, I use my bed to do this process. It is much bigger area, but again, I still use my dry towel since the mattress have bumpy surfaces and you want to make sure that you have a flat surface and the towel helps with that. Once you have all this set up, start by spraying the water with the essential oils onto your item and make sure that you are ironing slowly and evenly. You don't want to go too hard since instead of taking the wrinkles, you will make more. So this process, it's slowly and evenly. And the same process will be for any items that have embellishment like this. Pillowcases have embellishment on one side. So I always try to start by the flat area. You can see in here how wrinkled it is. This is one of the things that I love to do the most, and I've stopped doing it because of time or any other reason. So this time have been helping me a lot to do things around the house that brings me joy, and one of those things it's actually ironed. I know that most of us are choosing to self-quarantine at the moment, and one thing that I'm very dedicated to doing is making my bed. And actually for the longest I had this set of cover sheets and my duvet covered, putting a weight on my closet simply because I didn't know how to put on my duvet covered on, or it was just simply too tedious to do. And so while I've been working on this and I can say that I've mastered it, so I just want to share with you how easy and actually fun it is to put on the duvet cover. And the ironing process, it's just so fun. I feel that ironing helps me to release any stress or anxiety that I get. Once I go through the iron onto this specific pillowcase, I go again with my steamer, but once the case it's onto the pillow, this steamer in particular, it is mainly used for all my curtains, and because you have to put the steamer upwards facing up to the ceiling. So once you have it onto the pillow, you got to make sure that you pick it up and go towards upwards. Like in here, you can see that the steam will not come out only when you pick up the steamer. So if you get any type of steamer like this, make sure that the pillow it's facing upwards and not laying down flat on the bed. And to do my duvet cover, since it is a really big duvet cover, I go in sections. And again, I try to start with the flat surface on the back, since onto the other area it has some embellishment on the edges. and it is a little bit more hard to take the wrinkles from that side. So usually once my covered it's onto my comforter, I go one more time with the steamer. To start with the process of the duvet cover, turn your duvet cover inside out and lay it flat on the bed. Now make sure that the opening is at the foot at the bed, and once that one is laid down, lay the comforter or any blanket that you're going to be using on top of the duvet, and make sure that the corners are matching with the duvet cover. Once you have both the duvet covered and the comforter matching, begin rolling both the duvet and the comforter together like a burrito from the head of your bed all the way to the foot area of your bed.
Because you don't know who you're gonna meet.
Once you're at the foot of the bed, reach to the opening of the duvet cover and then flip it over from one end of the burrito, making sure that the right side is outside of the duvet cover, and do it from both sides and also from the middle, and then start unfolding the burrito onto the top of the headboard. Now, the fun part of this method is that you can also do the same when you're ready to wash your duvet cover, but instead of starting from the opening, you always start from the top of the headboard and do the same process, just unroll it and take it off. One of the things that I've been working every morning is making my bed. I just feel that it's been helping me to start off my day in the right track, and especially that I do get a little bit of anxiety or sometimes stress. So I've been trying to find things around the house that can help me cope with all that stress or anxiety. And one of the things that I've always loved to do was ironing. And so I've been taking my time to release all of my anxiety by ironing, and on top of that, your bed can actually feel so comfortable when you ironed it. It just feels like you're at a hotel or at a resort bed.
I have to be your biggest fan. And when things are really tough and they're really rough and nothing's working, but there's something inside of you that says, I just have to follow that. Because you don't know who you're gonna meet.
I always leave the opening part at the end, since I have to close it with the buttons and it's still really wrinkled. So I always try to make sure to do this process at the end once all my bed is pretty much made, and that way I can start ironing other areas on the duvet that are missing or that are still wrinkled. I hope that this is helping you, or that it's giving you some sort of motivation to do your own bed, or even start doing things around your house that you stopped doing it and that it makes you feel happy. take any opportunity that can help you to create good structure on your day, especially because it gives you a set of control. And obviously, especially on these days, we have to make sure that we are creating good habits in our days so we can continue with our daily routines. Being a mom, if you are a mom, we know that pretty much our day is set, and sometimes it is really hard to find things around the house that makes you happy. But if you can find that one thing that makes you happy, and even before the kids wake up, go ahead and do it. Let me know in the comments down below, what are you doing to cope with all this isolation, or any tips that you can also give us to continue with our daily routines. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give me that thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.